Ọdún Ezumezu, Ikemba one. Why are we tuning in at this particular time? Due to popular demand, we've observed a lot of anomalies on our sacred traditional caps. There are meanings to traditional attire, and when it comes to traditional crowns, every custom and tradition, depending on the region, has their crown, which replicates their ancestry. Every crown comes with a spirituality that makes it unique. And before you have done a crown, you must understand the spirituality that goes with that crown. Else, when you wear those crowns without observing the sacred attachment of that crown, you attract curses. Some people have asked me, Your Excellency, why do you, in most cases, put on this crown or this cap? This cap symbolizes strength. It is only meant for very special traditional persons. In my maternal home, where I derived my strength in wearing this cap, my mom is from Iguano, specifically Oloko, Amizi, rulership of Amizi, being the Olewe Menegwe family. And the Ekpe ancestral court was a part of the heritage that the family upheld. And as a grandchild, I observed the good memory process, which the Abba, which is the culture of both the Ohafia, the Abrebas, and all that, was a part of the processes. You attract curses. Now, coming to Etche, and the most ethnicity within the south and east, this cap is mostly worn by native persons, either native doctor or native chiefs. It is calling for ancestral practice. The lion spirit, the spirit of war. It is mainly for warriors. It is mainly for those who sojourn into the spiritual realm to seek for counsel, power, intervention on matters of great interest to the people. And it is forbidden for women to wear this cap. It is forbidden. And in some culture, if your father is alive, you don't put on this cap, because if you do, you are wishing him dead. So we must understand why some caps are being worn and for what purpose. Because I am an ancestral being. I represent culture, I represent tradition. And that is why you see each time I put on this cap, I put it on this way. The lining must fall towards my left. As a jofo. Now, anytime you see me reflecting this lining this way, means that there is something that happened around me that has to do with celebration outside my core ancestral practices. Maybe traditional marriage, housewarming, and celebrations that are not ancestrally in tune to the ancestral practices I code as initial or Ezekiel. Now, in events of, and the lining will be behind my back to show that I have sojourned into the underworld to solidarize with the spirit of the departed. Now, whenever there is war in the land, and I need to go into the sacred place to prepare the warriors for war, or when the warriors are going for war, the lighting of this card comes front, because it means that there are battles they need to go and take care of. And sometimes when we are doing consultations that has to do with, we observe that youths of nowadays just go to the market, because you see caps in the market, you buy red caps and you begin to wear without being consecrated to put on red caps. You are attracting ancestral curse on your head. Because before you put on a red cap, you must be consecrated spiritually. There are sacrifices that are being made before a red cap is worn on somebody. The curse must be consulted, and you must pass through the ancestral oath taking for the spirits to recognize you as a red cap individual. This card, this X mark on this card, is the AP cord. It is the AP cord. It is not a normal cap you go and you see God has said in the Bible, you go and wear. If you wear this cap with this ancestral mark, that means you are representing the cord, which is a very strong ancestral cord traditionally. And before you become a member of the AP, you must be fortified, prepared, and consecrated. Anointed red, black, white. It comes in so many colors, and the colors also have different meanings. So you don't just see the caps and you say, it's a fine cap, you go and wear them. That is why we say, under my platforms, we have to redefine the African culture and spirituality. So it is our duty to make us to understand the spiritual implication of African ancestry and the things that are around us. Institutions are being desecrated based on ignorance of our children and our youths. It is time to put caution and ensure that we restore the dignity of our culture and tradition. Once again, stay tuned as we continue to unravel revelations in line with African culture.